Good morning, Mud and Pup Thrift. My name is Tom. I'm a stay-at-home dad for 5 kids, and we got one on the way. And I'm a full-time eBay reseller, and I'm turning on the lights. It's 9:30 in the morning, and I'm coming to work. Got like 8 or 10 items to ship today. Let's see what happens. So somebody commented, wow, you were gone for 14 days and had your store on vacation mode, and it came back really fast. And I would tend to agree with that. I was worried about it. So I did some preemptive strategies to try to ensure that it would come back quick. I did my, right before we left, I put everything on 3-day handling time. Normally I do 2-day handling time. Every once in a while I'll switch to 1-day handling time to help jog the algorithm, and 1-day handling time actually puts you higher in search results. And so, but most of the time I'm at 2-day handling time. While like 2 days before I close the store for vacation mode, you can do let people wait, like accept sales, but it'll give them a note that says, hey, this person won't be back until June 4th to ship this. And then your shipping time pushes way out. I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to come home to 100 items to ship. So I put it on no sales for the time away, and I set it up with 3. So I moved everything up to 3-day handling time. And then knowing that I was going to be home on Monday, I reopened the store on Sunday. I should have done it for Saturday because Saturday isn't a shipping day either, according to eBay. So it would have still pushed out to Wednesday. But anyway, I opened the store on Sunday and started clicking some sales. And then as soon as I got home, I switched to 1-day handling time so that all of my listings, 1,800 listings, would have some type of activity on them as soon as I got home and ready to ship stuff. So pushing the stuff out, opening the store before I got back, and then changing the handling times. I changed the handling times mostly so that stuff on that sold on Sunday, knowing that I was going to be traveling all day Sunday and all day Monday, I would still get some sales and get things rolling a little bit. And then when I was ready to roll on Tuesday, changing everything to 1 day would kind of jar all of those for the algorithm. Every listing got an update. And so it isn't the same as making new listings, but it is an easy way to kind of stir the pot. And so I did get a handful of sales. And now, today, vacation makes it hard to remember what day it is. I think today's Thursday because yesterday was trash day. And so I've had $250 average sales most days, which is good. Like I said yesterday, I want to try to grow beyond that, but for just coming off vacation and kind of now I feel like I'm in the rhythm of it now, but probably just today. I feel like that worked for me. I'm not saying that this is the strategy and I broke the code and I'm going to make a thumbnail that says how to avoid the what do they call it? The vacation mode shadow ban or whatever. You know, you've seen the stupid people who... I wish that I had it in me to make thumbnails that are like, the world is ending because of eBay algorithm and I've been duped, and I just don't want to be the guy who there's so many YouTubers whose thumbnails are always the sky is falling, and I feel like it works for them because I see those. But I'm never going to be that guy because I just don't want to be that guy. Even if it means my channel doesn't do as well, I'm not going to be the guy who's always the sky is falling. Anyway, the sky is not falling because we have 10 items to ship. One is the clock that I showed you yesterday, I just didn't get it shipped because it didn't have to ship until today. And the computer was weighing heavy on me. I'm like, oh, I don't want to do that. So I avoided the other irritating one and just went for, and the clock I'll do today, but I won't show you that because I already showed you it sold. And then we got some small stuff. Let me go grab it, and some big stuff. Monster High dolls do really, really well. This guy is, first wave is a big deal for people who are looking for Monster High dolls. And so if you get stuff that qualifies as first wave, you should put that in the title. This is Holt Hyde, and he's one of the more desirable figures. I paid $2 at a yard sale. He came with a stand and his pants, and he had shoes on, but they were somebody else's shoes, and that doll already sold. I can't find the stand, so I'm not sure how I'm gonna handle that. I'll probably message the buyer and be like, hey, let me give you some money off and I'll send it to you without the stand, or we can cancel the transaction. I'm afraid that because I had 4 of these dolls, I'm afraid that I shipped his stand with a different doll. And so, because it's not anywhere, I even went and talked to Evelyn and said, hey, did you play with this guy and have his stand still? And she would know and probably run and go find it if she had it. I don't think she would. I know she wouldn't hide it from me, but I don't know. So I know she was playing with those, but his stand is nowhere. So I'm gonna have to figure that out. This I paid $1 for. My brother just found a shirt of the same image. This is made in the U.S. It's for the Postal Service. I think it's, I tracked down a date on it. I think it's 95. Doesn't say. Anyway, it sold for $7 plus shipping. Not a great sale, but super easy. 4 or 5 pictures, put it in a box, ship it to Japan. Easy as it can be. Bought this a long time ago. It took a lot longer to sell than I thought it would, probably because of the size. It is a professional wrestler, and I should know, Iron Sheik. And then I don't know why it says Rook on it. I think that's probably the brand, but it's a size small, and so that doesn't help. And it's 2015, but it's new with tag, and it's a nice shirt. I mean, if you're into wearing wrestling shirts, Iron Sheik on the sleeve, Rook branded on the side, and then a nice printout. It's got the bottom tag, just a couple embellishments that make it just better than a normal shirt. But I've had it forever, sold for $19.99, free shipping. I know I got this off the rack at Goodwill, and it's been long enough that shirts were like $2.99 still, and so I think it was like probably 2020 or 2021. So I've had this a lot longer than I thought I would when I bought it. I wouldn't have bought it if I thought it was going to last 2 years in my store, even for $20. Camo Fastenal, I paid 75 cents for this. Made in the Philippines, so it's not like a cool vintage made in the US one, but it's sold for $10 plus shipping. I paid 75 cents for a ton of hats and just listed them all in whatever condition they were in, and I've made my money back a bunch of times over, and I am still making money on picking those up for nothing. These, we'll just do this way. These are all Stephen King movies based on Stephen King books. These 2 are not, but the listing says 17 movies on 19 tapes. And then I pulled them all, I matched them against the picture, and I only had 17 movies. I only had 16 movies on 18 tapes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 movies on 18 tapes. So rather than explain that, hey, I counted wrong or something. I just went and grabbed 2 more random generic horror movies and threw in the lot, and then that way they are getting 17 movies on 19 tapes. They are getting all of the pictured Stephen King, and they're getting Nightbreed and Dr. Phoebe's Rise Again. Just things that I had sitting around that weren't worth listing individually, so I was gonna make another lot and hadn't done it yet, and I feel like it's gonna save my skin on that. This one surprised me. This is Polo made in the US, and it is like a heavy fleece parka, and it's a really nice coat, and I was excited to find it when I found it. It's summer, man. Who's buying coats? Somebody. $75 all in. I paid like 11 or 12 for it, and I expected it to sell pretty quick in the winter when I found it, but it did not. And so, to where is it going? California, Hawthorne, California. Somebody's buying a coat in California summer. Good for them. It's a really nice coat, and it's probably one of the only ones listed. Made in the US polo stuff does pretty well for me most of the time, and I find it with some frequency. I found some Wii games the other day, and the boys stole Wii Sports out of the lot that I picked up, and then they came out of their room and they're like, hey, we found our copy of Wii Sports, and we tested it and it still works. So the one we stole from you we're going to keep, but you can sell this old one that doesn't have a case. And I listed it for $17 and it sold in minutes. And I knew that it would, because that's the price that sells it quickly. If I had listed it for $18.99, it would have sat for days. But I listed it for $17 and it sold in minutes, because people look for that to add to their things that then they sell on Amazon. And I have sold enough of those that I knew $17 is the price. And I have nothing into that, really. This CD, I bought a million CDs. Almost none of them are listed. Me and Levi went through, it was literally like 600 CDs, and me and Levi went through like 350 of them or something, comping them, and most of them weren't worth listing individually. This one was. The front cover is torn, like completely off of it, and it's still sold for $10 free shipping. There were people who have this listed for $50 sealed. There are people who sold it for $20. I had mine listed for I think $12.99, and I ended up taking that offer for $10.76. Free shipping. I don't know what it's a Hawaiian CD that's out of print, so, but I don't know why it's so popular. I didn't actually listen to it. And then this, well, I know we got it from the Hope Chest because it has that orange sticker on it. It was the very last time that I ever went to the Hope Chest, probably the last time I ever will go to the Hope Chest. Sold for $40 plus shipping. Buyers all in at $61. And this is light for what it is, but this Magnavox, while it isn't the best technology, it isn't the best quality one, I find that this Magnavox one sells the best. Like, I have them that are worth more money and they sit forever. This with no remote, I didn't include the wires and the blank VHS, and I have those to include, but I just feel like they're extras that I don't believe the hype that helps sell them. Maybe it does on Amazon, but I don't. eBay is a different animal. So I listed this for $40 and it sold for $40 plus shipping. Probably for a couple weeks. I want to see when this was listed, because like it was listed on May 19th and we left like 10 days later, and was shut off for 2 weeks. And we've been back. So it's sold in a week of availability. I find that Magnavox one to do really, really well. And if you have the remote for it, awesome. That is not a recorder. If you can find the recorder, the one that records DVDs and has an HDMI output, that one is really good. But for whatever reason, the market is really strong for a Magnavox one. Fuji, I think, it puts out the same model, and it does pretty well too. But that model is one that people look for, and it sells not high, and it's not super good quality, but it sells fast. So that's one that I don't always pick those up anymore because they're such a pain to test and to put in a box, find the right box for. So I tend to avoid them. But that one worked out really well. I'm out of bubble wrap, so I don't know how I'm going to ship that. I might have to go to the store and buy bubble wrap. I'm going to go to American Bubble Boy and order some, but it won't be here till at least tomorrow. I should do that now. Have you guys seen this video? You should watch this video. It's crazy. If you're buying bubble wrap, you probably have seen this. If you're watching my channel, no doubt YouTube has suggested to you to watch this video about how everybody is ripping you off on bubble wrap. And I guess I worked with lumber in my other life, and so lumber, a 2x4 is not 2 or 4, and it's generally 8 within a 16th or so. But when you're buying lumber, nominal is a term that you use a lot because nothing is what it says it is. And so I anticipated some shrink, some shortages on bubble wrap, but this guy in this video is finding that most times you order bubble wrap, it's between 20 and 40% short of what it says it is. And so he's working with American Bubble Boy, who was the best but still way short, and American Bubble Boy is like, hey, we're working on it. But anyway, watch this video. I gotta order bubble wrap, I gotta ship this stuff, and then we'll get into some more stuff.